Well, I will do the. If everyone's good, I'm gonna count down from 10 like usual. And once I get to 5, I'll stop, and when I get to 1, hopefully we're timed out right. I'll transition over.
Okay, sounds good.
Alright.
Alrighty. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
All right, everyone. I hope you are ready for the final run of the night. Please welcome Schmumbler with Silent Hill Shattered Memories. Take it away.
All right. Hey, everyone. So I'm Schmumbler. This is Shattered Memories. I'm joined by my wonderful friend and fellow Shattered Memories runner, Exterior Emma.
Hello. Hi. I was just here. Wow.
Yeah, your voice sounded really familiar. I couldn't quite place it.
Ooh.
Anyway, there's been a slight change of plans. You might see in the corner there that it says any percent, but we discussed and figured that it might be more in theme to go ahead and do a UFO ending run. So we're going to be collecting some UFOs. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1.
You can be the best UFOologist on the planet.
Yes. Also, if you would like for us to take a quick break
Just turning up.
and color in some pictures, please do get your donations in as soon as possible. That is a 500-pound milestone incentive.
I'd
Never
love to.
cheated
You can
on a
still
partner. Really?
you can still apply it to the bid war that is currently going on. And we only have until after the first chase sequence is done, about 7 minutes into the run, to hit that. So
Let's get
please
started.
get them in
We only need
as soon as
33
possible.
pounds to get there, so that's very achievable. You can do it, chat.
You can do it. I believe in you. Hoop.
So anyway, you might have noticed that things have started off a little strangely. Kaufman kind of just stopped talking for a second there, and that's because this is not your usual Shattered Memories run. You see, by accident, as all of my discoveries seem to be, I found out that you can actually skip several cutscenes in this game by simply opening the disc tray of the PS2 and closing it. So I went ahead and used that right at the start to skip the majority of our first session, taking it down to only 18 seconds from a minute. And those skips are just going to get more and more time-saving as they get farther in the game.
Yeah, so if you find Dr. Kaufman, the worst therapist to have ever practiced therapy, this is the strat for you.
Yeah, which you should, because he is.
It's absolutely true. If this had not been discovered, you would have been subjected to some of the yikes things you'll hear in this game.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
might still be actually, because of the nature of a couple skips, we'll still have to hear just a little bit of them too. So like,
Yeah, and we still get to hear one of his worst lines because, the way that the skipping works, can't skip the ends of sessions. Because then the game doesn't know to load the cutscene that happens afterwards and the game crashes. So, yeah.
the tiger in space one towards the end, that can hard crash, I believe. Am I correct?
It can. Which, that's funny, because that is an end of a session that you actually can skip, but the crash risk is so high it's just not worth it. Anyway, gonna go ahead and make our first change from the any percent route here by calling the United Fruitcake Organization.
555
UFO.
3825. Just so we're clear, in my head canon, when you take the UFOs and you get the text messages from United Fruitcake, I believe it's James.
That That's fair.
Especially later on because he talks about his wife being an alien. And he's got to stop her in the invasion, and I will keep it there. And that's why he shows up at the lighthouse, because, well, that's where Harry's going. And then after you take all the photos, like, oh right, we can meet face to face.
Did that not get it? Okay, weird. In testing, I was able to get the UFO picture without actually turning up, so that was annoying. It's fine. But yeah, so the way that UFO ending works for Shattered Memories is you call United Fruitcakes at the start of the game, and that spawns in 13 UFOs throughout the course of the game that you have to take photos of. So that is our first. This game is really weird in its pacing for the UFOs. There will be times that we have like 3 or 4 UFOs back to back, and then just nothing for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, they're like, you will get like a bunch of UFOs at Midwich High School, and then like, this is when you're not doing disc like tray skips, but you will get the last one at Midwich, and then just a whole lot of nothing involving for like another like half hour.
Oh, by the way, this is the first chase sequence here, so this is last call to get in those donations for the incentive.
Come on, I know you can do it.
We got like $34, $33 to get there.
We are 33 pounds, 6 pence away.
Right. Excuse my American brain.
It's appropriate because we're playing, this was a British developed game, I'm pretty sure.
I actually can't remember. It's Double Helix, isn't it?
No, it's Climax.
Climax, that's right, you're right. Oh my gosh, it didn't scream at me. Why didn't you scream at me?
Ooh.
Now I don't have dude speed.
Ooh.
There we go, there's dude speed.
So, translation for y'all. Whenever Punchy plays this game, he likes to refer to these monsters as dudes, and thus, once they catch us, and we need to run, we then start going dude speed. Hand in hand.
If I may jump in for a moment. We
Okay.
have a new incentive open, just if you need something to excite you to donate a bit more. For the DuckTales run tomorrow, you can help choose what music is going to be played, 8-bit or orchestral, classic or new.
But let's leave
And
that
so
topic
get
for
those
a while.
Here's
donations
our
in.
picture.
I want to talk about family. Important, right? I don't mean all that touchy-feely crap. You're not a very touchy-feely.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, chat. You know you want it.
Come on, give us trans rights.
Look, I'm talking too much. Well, let's have you talk, or not, or whatever you feel comfortable doing. Let's play true or false. Is it true
While
to say
Schmumbler
you're
is
a private
attempting the
person?
picture, I believe we're going to say
It
yes
takes
to
a
everything
while for
because
people
nodding
to get
is
to know you.
substantially faster than shaking your head no.
People can choose their
is.
friends, but not their family.
Yeah,
Would you
nodding takes
prefer to
about a
spend time
second.
with
Shaking your
friends
head
over
takes
family?
slightly less than 2 seconds.
Nothing surprising there. Now, you're going to like this. On the table are some pencils and a picture. I want you to let out your inner child and color in the picture. It's
Okay.
titled Happy Family.
That's final verdict.
We unfortunately have not reached 500 pounds.
All right.
You're finished.
That is okay.
What a
We
lovely
still
family home. Is
have
your
plenty
home
for
like
you to
this?
donate.
Mm-hmm.
So in spite of all of this, just keep it coming.
Yep. It's
Personally, I like to do a fun little thing. Later on in the mall, there is a particular puzzle after a chase where we have to draw gumballs.
Officer Sybil Bennett. Anything happens to my daughter, I'll hold you
We need
responsible.
4
She's
gumballs
not
of
in
different
Stuart's
colors,
house.
and the gumballs are random. And I will donate an amount equal to the number of gumballs it takes, which can be
Very
anywhere
restless
from
back there,
4
Mr. Mason. Anything you want to
to
tell me?
whatever.
Restless?
I've had
Of
like
course I'm
16
restless. I'm
before.
worried about my daughter.
in the name of
She's
charity.
out there in
It's
this
always
blizzard.
good.
Sorry. I
Always
didn't
a
mean
positive.
to.
Yes.
hurry up and get us to
like,
the station.
doing the run normally, the gumball section, and we'll get to it, is true pain.
This weather's just unbelievable.
So it's good that we can, you know, make it
Damn,
something
can't see
a
the
lot
road.
better than what it is on
I'm
the
gonna
surface.
see exactly where we are.
The game will try its
Stay
hardest
put.
to be evil, but
Also, so you might have noticed that first half of the car ride was very quick. That was a disc tray skip. That is actually a very scary one, because you specifically have to open the tray for like less than half a second, and if it's open too long, you are guaranteed a crash. So, a little nerve-wracking, but thankfully I've kind of gotten the handle of it.
there's this, there's probably like, there's this like probably like really deep part of you that every time it comes up to it, it's just like you on the ground praying, like, please, 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 please.
That's the thing about the disc tray skip, is it does introduce a lot of risk of the game crashing. Thankfully, most, like, 90% of the skips that I'm going to be doing today are almost completely safe. There's always the chance, and this has happened before, that when I open the disc tray, it will just stop reading the disc even if I close it again. And that can happen at any time. But that's what safety saves are for.
It's always good to play it safe.
Anyway, here is our second UFO.
There was a...
If Harry will be so kind as to go through the door, that'd be great.
I did notice that you were walking along the path. There is a more direct line to take, but that one...
Yeah,
that
I kind of didn't see it. I was gonna take it, and then all I could find were the tree bones, but that's okay.
Yeah, we're now just getting lost in some woods. We're running alongside the lake. Or it's just a random little lake on that side of the forest in Silent Hill. I don't think it's Toluca Lake.
I don't think it is either. Could be wrong, I don't know. Anyway, our end goal here is to make it to a cabin, you know, despite the fact that we've gone through 2 of them already. First, though, slight detour. Got another UFO right there, sitting on top of the barrel, and then I'm gonna get a phone call from Sybil here, and I'm not gonna answer it. Instead, I'm gonna run over here where I'll get a memory fragment, and that will interrupt the phone call and send it straight to voicemail.
Yeah, this is something I learned of by watching you do a few of your practice runs and making your safety saves and all that. And when I saw it, I was like, that makes so much sense.
Yep, and that is a DSB finding.
DSB. You're the man. Alright, now we're going into our, the cabin that we needed to get to, and we're running towards the end, and there's supposed to be a little shadow Cheryl there, and that causes the beginning of the next chase sequence. It's a pretty nasty bug, by the way, if you try leaving too soon through that door. Thankfully, we didn't get it.
Yeah, so that door locks when you get into the cabin, and it doesn't unlock until the Otherworld transition has completed. Except, if you open the door right when it unlocks, it will not have loaded the Otherworld version of the outside. So you'll just leave the house in the normal world, and you'll have to go back in, get the scream, and wait for the transition all over again. It's horrible.
Yeah, and one time I did watch Punchy do runs, and I believe like 2 runs in a row, he managed to get out too soon. And turn back around.
Yeah.
So mad. Thankfully,
Oh
I
my
haven't experienced
goodness.
it, but like, that's a pretty late scream.
Yeah, I'm gonna hope that I can... Yeah, there we go. The juke. Not the juke.
Oh no! Ooh, please.
Instant flare, that is unlucky. It's fine.
Yeah, it's-
No grab still.
Yeah, no grabs. No grabs is better than one grab.
That said, I don't want the lag from the flare, so I'm gonna drop that and hope that I don't run into any more.
Yeah, so that's the big thing that actually makes, like, for example, the PSP version, the slowest version, is that when you're exploring Silent Hill, when it's not the other world and it's all frozen over and all that, it runs pretty good. And then you go to the chase sequences, it already starts dropping frames. Once you bring that flare into the equation, it's a slideshow. You don't want to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird because PSP has the potential to be the fastest because you just straight up move faster in that version. But, yeah. In the chases, you're down to, like, single-digit frame rate. It's all the time you would have.
But didn't you get like a world record with it?
I did for a little while.
Yeah.
In fact, I just replaced that run on the leaderboard with a PS2 run, like, days ago.
Yep. Just for a while, like your legacy on the Shattered Memories board was the one PSP
Somehow-
time. The one PSP
Yeah.
time.
Somehow managing to get a record with the worst version of the game.
That's how it be sometimes with these games. It just can come out of nowhere in the most unexpected of places.
Yep.
That's a sore spot.
Oh, no, I think this is fine. That was late enough that the flare should go out right as I cross the last chasm. Hopefully. Alright.
He's just running around in there. You caught
Nope,
him just
nope,
running
never
around.
mind.
Yeah,
Never
that's
mind.
why I'm like, oof.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Yes!
Oh
You'll never catch me!
Go, go, go! Go, go, go!
They're gonna catch
Run
me.
free!
It's fine. I'll take that grab.
This is a very exciting conclusion to this night of the marathon, let me tell you.
The Shattered Memories keeps you on edge. It really does. The chase sequences are so full of RNG when it comes to the enemy AI and spawns. You never really know what's gonna happen, and there are ways that you can, like, confuse them and get past them when they should really grab you. It's fun.
Yeah, I believe as well something interesting that I learned about this game not too long ago is that apparently it has adaptive difficulty. So typically what it is that they're supposed to get more aggressive as time goes on, the more you avoid them or the faster you get through the chases.
I've been trying.
Which makes sense because Hospital and Mall get kind of ugly.
Yeah, that actually really explains
So
why
we get to the halcyon
they're so much
days
more
of
aggressive when I do disc tray skip.
When I was starting, I bet you were.
We don't
very
have to talk about
intense.
high school, Kaufman. Get out of
Probably
here.
Enjoyed all that learning.
Yeah, please stop.
Okay. But
Hey, I
so
said
what?
stop.
I'm
Stop
going
it,
to
Mr.
throw out some
Stop it.
words. Nod when they fit how
Okay, he's
you
gonna
were
keep
at
talking.
school. Shake your head if they
We
don't.
are going to be every stereotype because once again, nodding is faster.
Jock.
Yep. Just say yes to everything, be
Next.
passive.
So we're a jock,
Slut.
we're a jock, we're a slut, we're a virgin, we're a drunk, we're a
Drunk.
bully, we're a slacker.
Be very passive. Just say yes to everything so you
Virgin.
can get it over with faster.
Hmm.
Yeah, sure.
Bully.
Ooh, you really bullied some kids in school. Yep,
And-
I sure did.
Slacker.
I'm gonna open this right as I say yes to that. That'll skip directly to the schedule so I don't have to listen to him talk even more.
We don't.
Because again, Kaufman's kind of a creep, and any chance I can skip what he's talking
Nice.
about is
If
gonna
that
be
was
better
all
for
there was
everyone.
to it, it
Yep.
would have been a
We
breeze,
don't even
wouldn't
have
it?
to hear him about
Come
allocating us a
on.
very
Let's
generous
talk
lunch.
more about the bad stuff that happened at school.
It's very generous blank. My favorite. I love blank lunch.
I love it when I get gray sandwiches.
There's our next UFO between the field goal posts.
Go Cuckoos.
And we're on to the school.
Go Cuckoos.
That's such a terrible map. Nice.
So something you can do a lot, and something you're noticing, is that you're getting all these little bits where a cursor is coming up on screen and you need to interact with items. This is in the game because originally this came out on the Wii about I believe 4 or 5 months before the PS2 and PSP versions. And so there's a lot of motion control stuff. So use the hand, open the cabinets, turn the mementos around to look at it, yada yada yada. Or when in the chase sequence, if you're getting grabbed, you gotta throw them off you. You gotta make the motion.
Which, ironically, is part of the reason why it was always assumed that the Wii was faster, you know, besides, obviously, faster loads. And then it turns out there's a cutscene that's like a minute and a half long that, in the PS2 version, you can just skip it. In the Wii version, you can't.
And the only reason it's skippable is because I believe on PS2 and PSP, it's shown as an FMV. It's like just a video, whereas in Wii, it's in engine, so...
Yep. And that is mostly the reason why PS2 is faster. There's some other reasons.
Yeah, you can get into some little shenanigans with this version.
Yeah.
Like, of course, disc tray skipping. You can't do that on
Yeah.
Wii.
No, you can't do that on PSP either. Nails. Look at that.
Now, recognize everybody, Harry Mason is such a dedicated father. He pulled out rusty nails from embedded in the windowsill in the blistering
his
cold
bare hands.
With his bare hands. Let's give a clap for Harry Mason. Best father of the year.
Okay, so also testing tells me that I can get this one super early, so yeah. Don't even have to see it, but it's on top of the statue's head there.
I'm imagining that, like James at United Fruitcake looks at that photo and is like, "Yep, good. Thank you for giving me the picture of the UFO." And it's
white.
It looks like any picture you would take in Silent Hill. Just all fog.
Yep. Also, since we're doing disc tray skip, I'm going to take a little bit of a route divergence here. Normally we would go left to the art room. I'm going to go to the planetarium, because the phone number that you call for this puzzle is like 1 or 2 less inputs.
Yeah.
And the reason we normally go to the art room is because the dialogue in a cutscene later is shorter if you do that. But I don't care. I'm skipping it.
Yeah, I guess if, the game tries its best to read who you are depending on where you're going, a major difference I usually see, it's the Lisa cutscene, right? Where meeting her can be all messed up if you go to the planetarium rather than the art room. And then she starts talking about Ronald Reagan, which, ew.
Oh, it can do that anyway.
Yeah, no one gets how this game works with that. We still don't know.
Yeah. Now for everybody's favorite game.
Abby, I hope you're still
Reset
watching.
the password.
Abby, I hope you're out there.
Where am I gonna get? Geology. Valerie. So far so good. Come on, give me auto. Yeah!
Nice. That's very, very nice. Okay, so thing why I'm saying is I hope Abby's in the audience. Am I needed for a rant? No, Abby, you are not. There was no Shakespeare. So basically, you get a bunch of to reset this password, you have to answer a bunch of prompts, and you need to answer.
It skipped so early.
You get a bunch of prompts, and you have to answer questions to reset the password, and the hints are all around the room. The worst possible answer you can get is a Shakespeare question. It's what is Shakespeare's absolute best comedy? It's Twelfth Night. You have to type all of it in, spacebar included. Schmumbler didn't get any.
And it is.
So that's really good.
And 12th Night is by far the longest. I'm pretty sure it's like 3 characters longer than the second, which is Racquetball.
Racquetball is equally as bad, just because if the letters are all over the place with that one too. Ooh, how aggressive are they gonna
Yep.
be?
So far, it's not bad. This is actually so far the best it's ever been. Yeah, baby. It's okay. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, 2 grabs. That's still good. I usually get like 4.
Fun fact: after you pull down the cabinet and you hop over the wall, that hole in the wall you go into in that door, if you manage to throw a Rorschach off you in that direction, the hit box
it completely blocks your path.
It completely blocks your path. So if you're doing like a serious run, that's it. It's over. Nope.
Yep.
All your pace.
It is the worst because they lay down on the ground for like 10, 15 seconds.
Now it's time for Abby strats. Schmumbler.
Yeah.
Abby strats.
So before, we would always take a path where we would do, that first picture that I took first, obviously, because it's right there. But then we would go to the shower and then the car. So we would have taken a left in that room instead of a right over the locker. Of course you're right. Why wouldn't you be there? Okay, well that's annoying. There goes my
You
flare.
still have a chance of them spawning in that spot, but you've got by going in this path and taking a picture first at the car, it kind of changes up how they spawn in. So it takes a little longer for them to find you.
And it also just generally spawns way fewer. So like, I've only seen 1 so far. If I had gone the other way, I would have seen like 4.
See, will we see more? Hopefully not.
I'm looking like it. Yeah, that was clean.
Nice. Very good second half. Even though, like, yeah, the one guy showed up, it's like, no, you weren't grabbed to begin with, so.
And so the reason I immediately dropped my flare there, not only for lag reduction, but also you can't take a picture while holding it. So I had to get rid of it before getting to the spot
I was about to
regardless.
head off. I thought I ought to wait a little longer.
Thanks.
Also, shout
You
out to this
okay?
cutscene for being
Any luck
one
with
of
the
like
phone?
2 that you just
They didn't make
cannot
any
skip.
sense.
If
I
you
need to
try
go
to
there.
skip, it
The Simmons
hard
Street
crashes the
address?
console,
That's the other side
and
of
you
town.
have to completely
got a
unplug the
car?
console to reset it.
I was planning on getting a ride with John.
Michelle is
There's
just
my
that
boss's
powerful.
SUV. Yeah, I'm looking after it while she's on vacation. It's
Yep.
at the club where I work, not far from here.
You know, it's
I
funny
could give you a
because the other cutscene,
That would be great.
well, I guess there's 3 cutscenes you can't
Lead the
skip.
way.
But one of the other cutscenes you can't skip is her car ride with John.
You want
So,
my jacket?
literally-
I'm going to freeze.
Every
I'm
time
used
you're
to
with
running around in a
Michelle,
dress. I'm too
besides
hot-blooded
the
to feel
ones
the
that
cold.
just let you
I feel
skip
bad,
by
you're
pushing
sure?
start and
Yeah,
skipping,
keep it. You're the car
you
crash
can't
guy.
skip.
You thinking about your daughter?
Michelle is indestructible,
I'm sure she's okay.
undefeatable.
See, look, she doesn't really appreciate you just wanting to ignore
Your head
her
is
talk
still
about
jumbled up,
John.
Harry. You just give it a
So
while.
you're gonna
okay?
see
Well,
every
you know-
single
You should
little
go see
bit
a
about
doctor.
it.
I'll make sure Cheryl.
It's
is safe,
funny
then
you
worry
say
about
that,
myself.
because one thing I can do is I can actually use disc tray skip to interrupt her dialogue.
That's right. That's right. So like she just starts talking and then bye.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that though, because it does have a risk of making the game soft lock on the following cutscene. So we're not gonna interrupt her, but it is a thing that you can.
It's not far now. The
I would
box
just
is
open
the
it right
hottest
here,
nightclub
and then
in
by the
town.
time we get around the
Never heard of
bend, she'll just
Really?
teleport
It's
forward
pretty
about
popular.
2 feet
You work there,
and
right?
stop talking.
What do you do?
I sing.
Yeah, she
Sometimes I mix
sings.
drinks.
Sometimes
It's
she
a temporary thing while
mixes
John and I
drinks.
sort things out.
It's all
He's
temporary.
staying
It's
in
part time.
Massachusetts. He's a lawyer. We need to decide if I'm going to move out there with him.
You want to go to Massachusetts?
Yeah. Well, not Massachusetts so much, but I want to be with John.
And John?
Oh, he wants it too. It's
Spoiler
just
alert.
hard. You know, we've been
doesn't.
together for 5 years, but we never lived together.
No matter what choice
Now we're
is
out in
made,
the world,
it
living our
doesn't
lives.
work.
John's a lucky guy.
Yeah.
He's probably just lousy at showing it.
Maybe we
No
should have
lawyers.
known that wasn't going to
Not
work,
so
especially in
touchy-feely.
this pathing,
Oh,
or
John's
she's
not
just
like
like,
that.
yeah.
Back in school, he was very passionate.
They say absence makes the heart
Nah.
grow fond.
You believe that?
Almost got it.
Absolutely.
So something we've been wanting to do for a really long time is getting in front of her to kind of make it go a little faster, kind of similar to the next walking bit we're going to do, because we got one more scene just like that. And there we can get in front of whoever we're walking with, but with Michelle's, there isn't really much opportunity to get the distance to get in front of her.
Oh,
Except for
Lisa's
the
is
end.
great. Lisa's is great because with disc tray skip, she spawns in a different spot and you literally just start out in front of her.
Yeah.
Don't go prying into my thing.
Also, you might notice I take a little bit of a weird pathing when I interact with stuff. That's because Harry's momentum is actually preserved for the second after interacting. So I try to angle it where I go into the interactions and continue moving towards where I need to go next. So there I kind of hit that laundry basket at an angle so that I could
Nobody out to
be
play?
right in front of the door and open it immediately after getting out instead of having to walk over.
Yeah. And also with those interaction spots and all that, when you come at it with the right angle and all that, like Schmumbler said, you can just grab what you need to grab immediately. Just right away. And it's especially useful for all mementos because picking up every memento requires you to open something.
Nice.
Nice. That was some good RNG.
So, yes it was. So here, there's 2 cutscenes. I don't want to skip this one here, or the game will crash. But, as soon as it switches,
Let's go.
go ahead and open that bad boy up, and we're on our way.
Level with me, Harry.
Level with me, Harry.
Level with me, Harry. Bam. And she's gone. She's as cold as ice.
Yep, and now we need to escape from a car that is slowly sinking into the river. So naturally we need to equalize the pressure, open all the windows, let the water in. God, this would be so cold.
I would not envy this position.
This passenger door is the door that we're going to be escaping out of, so I'm going to go ahead and unlock that so I don't have to later. And now we're just waiting. So I usually pass the time by just kind of jiggling this story.
Fun
So,
fact, if you move back and forth in the back seat, you shift the weight in the car. You can kind of see it. Like if you look forward forward in front of the car, every time you shift left and right, the car just swivels to whichever seat you're sitting in. That's just neat.
also, since we're kind of just awaiting our escape at this point, this is a perfect time sell if you have anything you want to read or plug.
Yeah, absolutely. We have some fantastic runs coming up tomorrow, and if you'd like to learn more about them, you can check out the schedule our events by clicking the link in our Twitch panels, or by typing !schedule in chat. And we have some incentives open for tomorrow for Guilt, which is the second run of the day, where you can decide the ending. Are we going to save Emily, or are we going to save ourselves? Because we both can't live. So who's it going to be? You get to decide. As well as DuckTales Remastered, where there's 2 choices for soundtrack, 8-bit, the classic one, or orchestral, the new one. And so you can check out all of those by going to the Spotify page, !donate in chat.
Nasty, but inevitable. Everyone is going to die.
Nasty, but
Even if we
inevitable.
like to pretend. You'd drink yourself to death.
Alright, so we successfully skipped that segment. Now we get to match pictures to whether we think they are dead or alive. It doesn't matter what you do here, so we just put them in the closest spots available.
It's just an exercise. There's no
Kaufman
right
being
answer.
Kaufman, he tells us that they were all dead,
Actually,
but, you know, if
they
you
were
pick
all
different
dead.
choices, he would tell you they were all sleeping,
Okay,
so,
let's get
you know,
back to it.
either way, he's just full of crap.
Or sometimes he just never tells you the answer at all.
Yeah.
It's just like, there's no fooling you.
So here's the other cutscene that I was talking about that you just straight up can't skip, or it hard crash.
My favorite.
I'm assuming it has to
car.
do with the fact
The
that
car went into the
your
river.
position at the
She
start of the
drowned.
cutscene and at the end are not
Another
the same,
crash?
and it doesn't know how to
This is a
reconcile
different
those without
girl?
you physically
You must
moving
have
it.
seen the bridge. We went right off the side.
Chat,
Harry, the bridge has
are
been
you ready
closed
to
since the
become
storm
Wheels?
started. You swam. I could have
Get
died of
hooked.
hypothermia.
Time to become Wheels.
Close.
You were soaked to the skin. I grabbed what I could find here.
Schmumber, are you about to become
We need to
Moving
talk.
Wheels?
When I was at the station,
I
put
am,
the
but I'm
fire
not
on
singing.
Harry.
Also, by the way, fun fact, you're not being chased by anything in the segment. You can sit here forever. Except now, Schmumber's Wheels. He's moving wheels, moving wheels. He is a 1952 Studebaker coupe. He's Wheels. He's moving wheels, moving wheels. He is a 1952 Starlight coupe.
This is the most depressing part about PS2 version being fastest, because I have deprived everyone of watching me flail my arms like I'm in an actual wheelchair in order to move Harry.
So good. It's so good. Anyways, we are no longer Wheels. He just kind of just slides
No.
off the stairs, like just like bam.
Now we are legs. One. Now. Anybody over to the right? Yes.
Nice.
Hello, there were two of you. That's more than usual. I don't know how. Oh, there's not one popping out here. I'm thinking this is good. I'm thinking this is good.
Oh yeah, nice.
Oh no, I didn't see you.
Ooh.
Be close enough. No, it's fine.
I mean, it was a pretty good half.
I don't know what the heck.
He was sprinting at you,
And then he just ignored me. It was just like, you know what, now you get a pass.
yeah, you can go on ahead, silly.
I love that for me. No one's chasing me. I'm not even gonna bother lighting the flare. That's perfect.
Oh,
That was so good. Where did that come from?
this game is an enigma. The solution to this puzzle is we gotta play a song called Daddy's Girl. Your only hint is that the dad in this room plays a song for his daughter, and she loved it. That's it. That's your only hint.
So another thing, every time I do a phone call to solve a puzzle, the number of rings is random. It can be as short as half a ring, it can be as long as 3 rings. That was 2, so not great.
And if you keep consistently getting 3 rings, it's like the game does not want you to be happy.
Yeah, because it's like 3 seconds per ring. Anyway, it's time for Lisa.
I hope,
Except, I'm gonna skip.
I am hoping. I kind of am holding out hope for something really funny to happen.
My apartment is.
Oh, nope, I skipped it. I skipped the dialogue.
Because
Oh, I know what you mean.
yeah.
Yes, yeah, we're gonna try.
Are-
It's a bit of a time loss, but it's worth it.
It will be so good. See, with the advent of disc tray skips, there are some choice things that happen in this game that are just masterpiece.
Mm-hmm. And of course, while getting save files together for marathons, I ended up finding a bit of a bug when we're in the apartment. And come to find out, it's actually fairly replicable. I wasn't able to get it yesterday.
Not far now.
You still feeling okay?
Yeah. Fine.
I still love so
So tell me about your daughter.
chat.
She's,
In this game, you've already noticed that we have a cell
bright,
phone. It has a
happy.
camera. You can call.
Likes
You
collecting
can also
stuff,
save the
bits and
game.
pieces,
You can
bugs.
look at a
She
map,
loves bugs.
go through your contacts,
Bugs?
get text
Like
messages,
dirty, creepy bugs?
so on
No,
and so
the
forth.
butterflies,
You saw
pretty bugs.
Schmumber use the camera
She has a
during
collection.
the high school
Dead ones?
chase.
Yeah.
Still creepy.
When
Really?
this was
You
discovered,
seem to see the
took some
creepy in
choice
everything.
pictures of what
A nurse
happened,
thing or
and
just
they
you?
are
Definitely a nurse
fantastic.
thing. We
Yeah,
have
it was
a unique outlook on
gorgeous. You should win a
Whatever happened
prize
to
for it.
bedside manner?
life. We still got that. For special cases.
I love how as soon as she stops talking, her LOD model loads back in. All right, here we go.
All right, we're not looking at dirty wall sockets this time.
Watch
We're gonna watch some TV. Watch some TV.
some TV. Watch some TV.
Watch some TV, watch some TV, watch some TV, watch some TV.
I won't be long.
Open it right before she starts talking. No,
Oh.
just skipped. That's fine. I opened the tray too early. That's my fault.
See,
It's actually hard to do when you're not staring at
Look in the
or
cabinet.
changing clothes like a creep.
Bottom shelf.
so basically what happens, the bug we were talking about is that if you manage to try to do disc tray skip right there, you can get her to repeat her dialogue again. It sounds like ugh, 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 and this is,
You
and then her
feel
model
guilty
for when
about
she gets dressed
everything.
just slides
Well,
and clips in through the
All
wall.
lived in huts and wore furs. We worried
Just
over
floating in the air by about by a couple of inches.
You want to hear that again?
And then in his
Done.
case, right after the
UFO.
cutscene where he
You
says
couldn't
like, "Oh,
ignore the
you're a
facts.
nice guy, Harry."
He was
happens,
the one who killed her.
she just appears back in the middle of the room,
I
kind of
thought
standing there
the
mid,
best cure for
mid,
guilt
looking like she was ready to,
is to
like
never
she's
get
in
caught
mid walk.
in the first place.
And he kind of clipped in,
Let's
took a
continue.
picture of those wonderful.
Yeah, you can just
eyeball
walk right into her. Yeah. Just beautiful stuff. Nope, wrong door. Come on. Why you do this to me, Harry? Always do this to me. Don't appreciate it.
He just he's losing his mind. He's clearly delusional right now. He can't open the door.
You know, the thing is that there's a really easy solution to that, which is just turn the camera where the middle point of the screen is on the handle to start with and just hit X. But I never think about that until afterwards. It's fine. I'm fine.
We will get to see some. We didn't get to see the Lisa glitch, but we get to do something a little funny here.
First, though, UFO picture.
Hey, remember we're taking pictures of UFOs.
Let's get the phone call. Get the phone call.
Here we go.
Lisa?
God,
Gotta wait till Lisa starts talking, otherwise it crashes.
I very wrong.
Are you not gonna skip the... There we go. So, the game's still thinks I'm in the phone call, so... whoop, right through the door. It saves a little bit of time because you get to drop the phone early and you don't watch the door animation, but mostly just goofy, and it ends as soon as you get through the door there.
Whoosh.
Now, this next cutscene is one that you can skip with Disc Tray Skip. The issue is it has like a 70 to 80% crash rate, so I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
You're going to play it safe. It's not that long of a cutscene anyway.
Yes, Lisa dies.
No.
It doesn't matter what we could
This
have
isn't
done,
what-
you know, if we got
I
her the
said
right
don't
color
move.
pill that
Stand
she
up
asked
and
for,
step
she's
away
still,
from the girl.
This isn't what it looks like.
she'd
Stop
still
talking.
be gone.
Yeah.
We'd still be blamed for it by Sybil.
She was in an accident. I didn't do this.
Accident. Shut the hell up. You've been feeding me bullshit all night. You bastard.
Language, Sybil.
Shut up! I know you're not Harry Mason.
I'm not.
Oh my god. And then he looks
What do you
he
mean?
looks to the left, he looks to the right, he's looking for validation, like, did you hear what she just said to me?
Now is the time.
Alright.
Now is all.
Gumbo time.
Maul is not bad. Maul is finicky, but it is not bad. Gumballs are terrible. Gumballs are the antithesis to my existence.
Yeah, you can. It's the one thing about the run where RNG is at its absolute worst, because a lot of this run involving these chase sequences are pretty heavy on the RNG, but once you get to Gumballs, it is so pure and distilled that it's like
Nice. That was a good juke.
it's genuinely awful. Gumballs are completely out of your hands. Because at the very least, even in these chases, you know, we can do something like Abby's strat, you know, in the high school section, you know, we can kind of mess with their spawns. Gumball,
Yeah.
good luck.
Yeah, like I did a weird little thing there where I turned to the side before I threw off the raw shock so that it would let me sneak by the other one that was directly in front of me. And it worked out. Sometimes it doesn't, but I got lucky there. Gumballs, there's nothing. You're entirely at the mercy of the machine.
I always seem to bring this up whenever I'm talking to someone about Shattered Memories. One time... Woo! I've not noticed that. A couple years back, I played this game casually with my boyfriend, and it was his first time playing. He got to Gumballs. He managed to get all 4 colors without shaking the gumball machine. I felt great looking at that.
Also, flashing light warning for the gumball. I have no way of turning it off. I apologize. Please look away until you hear screams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
My guess was 10. Ooh, we're exceeding that.
11, 12, 13, 14,
Oh
15.
my god! 16!
No, that was 15. Yeah, pink was the 15th. So 15 gumballs. That means 11 bad ones.
Mind you, I just relayed to you a story where my boyfriend, on a casual playthrough, got all 4 of those colors without shaking it.
UFO in the pet store. Heck yeah.
Oh my gosh, pet UFO, I want it. How much do you think it costs to adopt a UFO from the store?
Well, considering the owner seems to be out, free.
Yes. Yes.
Also, we don't exist, so who's gonna know?
Right.
And that way, as soon as I grab the key, I can back out, quick turn, right into the... That's so handy. That makes that so much less annoying. And at this point, I am literally just running through the rest of the mall. So we've got a good bit of time sell if you have anything you'd like to talk about.
Besides asking if we can pet the UFOs, because I want to pet a UFO. I could just remind everyone of the group that has organized this event. So founded in 2021, the Clock Tower is a stream team oriented around showcasing the breadth of horror content on Twitch. Whether it's speedrunning, let's plays, podcasting, art, or game development, we've got time for it all in the Clock Tower. And they've been super inviting, very welcoming, hosting this event. If you want to learn more about them, you can check out their website at clocktower.tv.
Listen, I love shouting out our team. This is the coziest team I've ever been a part of. I love everybody that I get to share it with. And we take on new members fairly regularly too, so if this seems up your alley, keep an eye out.
Yeah, it's a great group of people. Good variety of stuff too to watch, whether it be just like you said, speed running, game development, arts and crafts, or cool cozy playthroughs of your favorite horror games. You can find it all here. Good group. So now you're
honestly, I would not be playing this game for you all right now if it wasn't for Emma and Abby dragging me out of semi-retirement of Shattered Memories for the massive three-way, three-category race that we had a few months ago.
I technically also got dragged out of retirement from Abby. It wasn't really my intention to really go back yet, but then Abby's like, "Hey, would you like to do a race?" Yeah, sure. That sounds fun.
I think this is going to be the closest we get to petting a UFO, by the way. There's one right in the corner to the left. I'm not going to get super close to it because I have this to do, but yeah.
Bird in the middle of the room, a peacock? Or peahen? Some bird.
What?
So in this room where you just took the UFO, in the middle of the room, there's just a bird.
I mean, I know there's a peacock, but
yeah.
Who calls it a peahen?
Well, there's two different ones. I couldn't tell which one was which because it didn't have all the fancy feathers. The ones that don't have the fancy feathers, those are peahens.
Where's
those
Cheryl?
are the
White House.
They're the female ones. Anyways, yes, she told us about the lighthouse. Harry's like lighthouse, and we just give her the cold shoulder.
Don't even wait around for her to tell us that she's our wife.
The lighthouse.
Sometimes the point that the dialogue cuts, it's just too perfect. Like the car with young Dahlia. If you take a different path, it'll be like, you know me. And then it'll just cut right there. So you hop in a car with a stranger, you go, you know me, and then suddenly you're underwater.
It was, in the original context, it's a question. In disc tray skipping, it's a statement. You know me.
Also, welcome to nowhere. Unlike Silent Hill 1, where you go through nowhere at the very end of the game, here we go through about 2/3 of the way through the game. And there's Cheryl. Say hi, Cheryl. Okay, say bye, Cheryl. On PS2 and PSP, you get a model of Cheryl. On the Wii, you just get a shadow. A little unfortunate, really, because it flat out looks better with them.
Yeah, because, like, if it's the shadow, you kind of, like, barely notice it. Whereas with Cheryl, it's just in your face, like, look at me. This is a game about looking at stuff, so it works.
Get off my lawn, Cheryl! Anyway, we got some raw shocks to avoid. By which I mean, we're almost definitely not going to. Yeah. Right in the middle. The other one didn't spawn. I don't like that. That means that it's going to be right here. No, it's not right here. Please don't be right here. Okay.
Oh no!
I should be able to.
There, you might get grabbed.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 grabs. Oh well, I was hoping the pillar would like break line of sight enough for me to go through, but I guess not.
I just saw it like out of the court, like on the right side, just for like a split second. I'm like, oh no, oh no, he saw
You know you're in. Yeah, you know you're in for a bad time if you don't see a second one in the first hallway. Now we just have some more rooms to go through. Cheryl has a very important statement for everyone.
Hear it.
I love my daddy. I love my daddy.
She loves her daddy.
Okay, so now that that's done, we have another message from Cheryl.
Oh, gosh. Our last message was so touching. I'm ready for this new one.
All right, Cheryl, let's hear it. That's right, she loves her daddy!
She loves her daddy. She absolutely loves
So
her
much.
daddy. So much. She would,
I love my daddy.
if she were forced to write sentences in school as a punishment, she'd write, I love my daddy 750 times.
Also, if you haven't noticed yet, the pictures are literally the same, like, segment of video that you see on the title screen.
Where he does a little shake before you press play game?
Yeah. Where you select your file and Cheryl squeals, like, yeah, that one. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and grab our guaranteed screen here. And now we just follow the ice. I did not notice the ice on my casual playthrough.
For shame. For shame.
I actually made it all the way through before realizing that there was ice. I don't know how that works because the number of ice doors you have to go through is pretty significant, and that seems statistically near impossible. But whatever.
Alright, we're back to walking in the void. We've escaped nowhere.
And what's our reward for escaping nowhere? That's right, a terrible therapist.
Dang.
So we're gonna just
I think we're getting somewhere. We're all
I
tied
haven't
up
seen
in
luck this
marriage.
bad since the gumball machine.
Should a couple stay together for the kids?
so this is
think
the
it's a
one
bad
time that my
idea to
selection is
marry
actually going to matter.
You think
So I'm gonna
sex
pick
becomes
specific choices here so that
after
the
marriage?
unskippable car ride in our near future is
You know
not
what?
a minute
You
longer.
being such an expert.
Now let's see if I can get you to skip this. I don't
What
want to
a
hear you
peaceful
talk, I just want to do the
test.
puzzle. Anyway,
On the table
He's gonna
are 6
talk.
pictures.
we have
All
to
you
match
have to
married
do is
couples,
sort them
and
into
this
three
is personally my favorite part of the game because what could be the better speed tech than just making everyone gay.
That couple in the middle there, they're both pan. It's a queer relationship.
Yeah.
It
All
counts.
finished.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't argue
Now
with us.
tell me which of those
We're the
couples
experts
are
here.
still together. I'm joking. You know I'm just trying to provoke you, right?
I don't think therapists are supposed to do
Let's
that.
keep going. We're really making progress here.
I don't think you're supposed to sarcastically mock your clients either, but, you know, whatever. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Get out of here.
So, yeah, this is the car ride that I
Something like
cannot
Midwich
skip.
too, John?
By which I mean,
few
I
years
can
back.
actually skip it. The game
Prom
doesn't
king,
crash if
prom
you
queen.
skip it.
John got to be
Until you
queen
get to the
because
door
his
to the sewer,
family
then it
owns half the
crashes.
town. I was queen because I was
Something
great.
about skipping this scene, the game
Still
just
into that dress?
doesn't have a
Did this
trigger
one
to
pretty well.
load
Right,
the
Harry?
sewers. So
What?
as soon as you hit
bring
that
along this
door,
guy to what? Taunt me?
that's it.
Hey, sorry if
And
You think this is
I've
about
tried
you?
everything. I've even
Harry's here
tried
because
waiting
he needs
until
help.
the car comes to a
Not the one who
complete
missed
stop.
the reunion.
I actually had it in my
And
head
it still
we might try and
crashes.
make this work. God, you
So,
are so
no,
different.
we
We
get to
we
listen
are so
to the
different.
argument. We get to listen to
Stop the car.
John
What?
Stop the car.
doing John things.
Stop the damn car.
Jesus! You could have
Oh
killed
no. I'm sensing something.
Sorry, Harry.
Is he gonna say it? He is. He is gonna
Damn
say
it.
it. John, language.
us.
That's not nice.
No. This is a marathon.
apologize.
This is a marathon, John. Come on now. You can't just say that.
Alright, now because everybody has doors that you can't unlock from the inside, we have to climb up to the front seat to get out.
You know, it kind of makes sense that it crashes with that car because every other car scene has like an intermission kind of point where between you getting out and like getting in and then getting out.
Yep, except for that one. Child safety locks. Harry is a child and cannot be trusted with car doors. This is true.
I'm just imagining like while they're having the argument back there, like Harry says is like, no, I didn't mean to. And then as he's like trying to apologize and all that, he's trying to open the door, like, get me out of here.
Just feverishly yanking and pulling and tugging,
Get me out.
shifting back and forth like in Sybil's car.
He repeats himself when under stress. He repeats himself under stress. He repeats himself under stress. He repeats.
So, there, instead of just going straight to the camera from declining the phone call, I actually back out of the camera entirely so that the game counts me putting down the phone after the camera as skipping a phone call. And I managed to still only have to close out of 2 phone calls there. Very slight optimization that I accidentally found yesterday.
Traveling through the resort area of Silent Hill. Got a lot of nice music on this spot too.
Oh, I missed it. Dang. It was really close.
You can do like a near instant pull on that curtain to go through.
And now we are at Annie's bar. Are we going to be drinking beer or eating cake? Drinking beer. Cool. Alright, this is the one. This is the long, drawn-out one about everyone's favorite topic.
We're getting deep in it now. I can almost taste it.
I'm gonna hope he doesn't
All
crash,
this
because this is
talking,
where he
we
crashed.
still
yesterday.
haven't touched. You're obsessed
Fingers crossed.
with not having sex.
Skip, 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 skip! Yeah! There we go.
All right.
You're in the
The
clear.
cards are screwed up. They're not like they're like shifted down a little bit.
None of them.
Okay, so technically you can skip
you're
this
screwing
bit of
with
dialogue
me.
here,
You're in
but it's
denial
also
about
like
sex.
extremely prone to
Sex
crashing.
and death.
So we get to
Sex
hear
is death.
the tiger
Into
in
the
space.
void. The great loss of self. The tiger in space. A plea for annihilation.
To be fair,
to
we should
deny
have known.
sex
Like,
is to
skip
deny
this.
death
It
itself.
is the meme.
It is
Memes,
the meme.
memes never die.
People who are
unfortunately.
getting enough don't need analysis.
It just is very unfortunate because
You
it is by
clearly
far
are
the
not
longest
getting
closure to a session.
Let's see this through to the end.
What were we trying to solve, like, mentally, that we need to be told about? A leap into the void, the great loss of self, the tiger in space.
What's that?
I'm just trying to think of, like, a context where, like, a therapist in real life would then start telling you about the tiger in space.
I mean, I don't even know what the tiger in space means.
I've heard somewhere that it's like a butchering of a psychologist's quote and all that, and it came out as just the tiger in space, and it's supposed to represent something, but like normal people aren't just gonna know that offhand, especially if you're like misquoting it.
Okay, so like mental health and psych is like my actual career, and I have never heard that phrase in my life.
It's not that specific one. It was just describing something else, but like they misquote it as the tiger in space, something like that. I've heard.
It's
I
so
could be
weird.
totally wrong about that though, and it's just some weird crap that the developers made up for this.
I mean, I believe you. That seems like something that would happen.
Like they're
Stuck on the boat.
they're trying to like be really deep on you, like, oh, we're bringing in real psychology in here, and they fumble it.
So, I know it just looks like I'm running around in circles in the dark and suddenly there are screams. There's actually shadow peoples, but I'm keeping the flashlight off for lag reduction so you don't actually get to see them.
The last one you find just jumps out of the boat and runs into this door.
Yep. And now we have 2 UFOs left. One of them is right over this fence down up here. We will not see the actual UFO, but it will count the picture. Did you see a UFO? I sure didn't. And we're actually coming up on the end here. We've got just a few more minutes.
This has been quite a journey right here. We're gonna become...
Yeah, there's also no more spots that I can disc tray skip, so we have successfully made it through all of the crash spots. That's great.
Celebrate. Hoop.
So, that said, I can officially declare, because there is no UFO disc tray run that did not have a crash in it,
Turn back.
this will by
can't.
default
It's too late now.
be a world
For our
record.
daughter's sake.
Not that that matters, because this is not a leaderboard league category at the moment. But still.
Yeah, I mean, a world record's a world record.
Yeah, take what you get.
It's all for fun anyways, at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. So now, at this point, we're running to the lighthouse, which is actually a therapist's office, Dr. Kaufman's to be precise, and we're going to get chased by some dudes and hope that they kill us as quickly as possible. So, we got probably about 2 minutes of nothing. So, if you have anything you want to plug, now's a great time.
Sure. Can absolutely do that. Speaking of mental health, and good mental health work, let's talk about what Safe in Our World does. They focus on enrolling level up partners and connecting them with resources and training, providing life-saving resources to crisis helpline visitors, enrolling community managers in free mental health training courses, creating a Discord community that openly discusses mental health in games, and produces a podcast which illuminates the stigma around mental health through the power of discussion and storytelling. That's who we are raising for. Our goal for this year's Time Tick Marathon is to raise £1,500 in support of their programs and services. We wouldn't be able to do any of this without the support of viewers like you. Thank you for being here, for helping us spread the word about a marathon, and for supporting our efforts towards the school. And we have raised 466, almost 467 pounds. So thank you guys all so much for your generous donations.
Okay, so that was actually pretty good RNG on the dudes there. Now we are in the water attempting to swim to the lighthouse, or that's what the game wants us to do. But as it turns out, we are going to drown either way. So we're just going to sit here because that's actually faster by like 15 seconds.
Now, if it were we'd show off the wonderful swimming controls.
Oh, yeah, you gotta get that motion in, get that movement, stretch out your arms.
Keep falling.
But no, I don't want my thumbs to fall off, so I'm going to not do that.
I'm just thinking like of the moment where like the game tells you to start making the swimming motions, it starts to become like an 80s workout video. That's good. That's good. Keep following me?
Also, fun fact, because of the pathing that we've been taking, I actually spawn in a different place than usual. So I actually spawn closer to the UFO than you would in a non-disc tray skip UFO. It's great. That random bit of time save that makes no sense whatsoever, but hey, it's free, we take that.
It's free.
And time is coming up. We have 2 sets of door. The second door is going to be time. I overestimate how quickly Harry runs. And here we go. That is time.
This is it. After all we've said, all we've discussed, you honestly believe that your father was abducted by aliens? It made more sense when you were talking about cults and demons.
This whole
What
town.
a fantastic run.
It's really a giant
Congratulations.
spaceship.
James?
Wrong
James
day
just
again.
See you tomorrow, James. One of my couples therapy patients. Haven't seen his wife in a while. Where were we?
My mother was a bitch.
Go on. I'm listening.
So yeah, there's the UFO ending. Thanks to everybody for sticking around and watching this. It's been a blast. That is actually an amazing time. That's only a few seconds slower than my any percent disc tray skip PB. So yeah, really great run. If you ever want to watch me stream, you can find me on Twitch at Schmumbler. You can also find me on all the socials, Twitter co-host, Blue Sky, all of the above. Huge shout outs again to Emma and Abby for really being the only reason why I'm still running this game.
I'm sorry.
And huge shout out to the Clock Tower team for being just an incredible community that has made streaming in general just so much more of a joy.
And Emma, how about you? Where can people find you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/exterioremma. And yeah, it's been a good day of streaming with this marathon. Lots of terrific runs. It's been incredibly fun. I like that the Clock Tower has put together this event. And I'm still excited for what's in store for tomorrow, because we still got one more day. It's gonna be fun. So yeah, you can find me at twitch.tv/exterioremma. Thank you again, Schmumbler, for having me commentate. I've never done this before, commentating for someone else on a marathon.
It was a blast.
Hopefully, I wasn't too obnoxious.
Congratulations to you both. That was a fantastic run. Everyone, stick around. We will be heading for a raid. I've got a few more details about tomorrow. We'll be back with those in just a moment.